everybody. I hope you're having a good morning and for that matter, a great day. As you can see, we're back. Today, I wanted to cover Act 3 of the Ballads and Brews event. You know, the Razor saga, more or less Razor trying to figure out who his parents were. I wonder how it's truly going to end, whether or not it's going to be Razor figuring out who his parents are or like getting a lead onto that, or whether or not it's actually going to be more of a message of, hey, your family doesn't matter as much as the people who care about you. I'm curious on how it truly will end. I don't exactly know, but either way, I'm sure it will be a good time. But before we get started, I just wanted to, more or less talk about how I've been making some subtle improvements to my content, just minor things here and there. Hopefully they make for a better viewing experience, but I just wanted to make a quick shout out to my best friend, Addie. She's the one who makes most of the assets I use for 90% of things. She's, for that matter, drawn 100% of everything in the scene. I cannot say enough thanks and praise to Addie. She's done so much for me, and honestly, I can't thank her enough. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the subtle improvements I've been making. Hopefully they make for a better viewing experience. If they do, leave a like, maybe comment. Either way, let's get into the video. If you guys end up enjoying it, do the norm, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Anyway, let's get started. Okay, so here we are in game. As you can see, I now have this wonderful new border thingy. I don't necessarily know what to call it. It was a border before I had to crop it because I don't like traditional borders, how they're like all around you. I like that it's just a line that sits under me and sort of encompasses my person. But hopefully it makes for a good change. I didn't like how much I was covering up all the text and information in the bottom right. So I'm like, you know what the best way to do this? Just pick a side, go on that side. And since most games majority of games that I've played cover the right side of the screen, I've picked the left side and the left middle. So hopefully this makes for a better viewing experience. Let me know on what you guys think. But before I get into the quest, I have to make a little bit of a, I actually walked into this quest accidentally with during one of the previous videos, actually the last video. I walked into it while doing the Ballads and Brews event mini games. I cut that out, and I'm just gonna put that in here. So I will, video go here. Oh.
Paimon wonders how Razor's class has been going.
Sucrose, wait!
But what if I didn't ask?
Honorary Knight, Paimon, please stop her.
Whoa, you scared Paimon.
Hello. I definitely didn't wander into this quest accidentally or anything.
Sucrose and I agreed to present the wine ingredient to you together. But when she heard that Razor will be showing up, she insisted that she won't spend a moment longer here than she has to.
Oh, why not?
I'm not good at dealing with strangers. Anyway, as long as the ingredient gets into the right hands, that's all that matters.
Couldn't you just give it to me and I could give it to Razor?
We worked on this together, and we should present it together. I can't take credit for what you did.
It's not about the credit. Wait, so does this mean the Knights of Favonius' ingredient is a product of bioalchemy?
I mean, I wouldn't be
It's a
that
quadruple
surprised.
sweetness Sunsetia.
Quadruple sweetness?
I mean,
Aren't
yeah.
regular ones sweet enough as it is? Also,
Depends
what
on the
is
person.
Sunsetia?
Okay, let me give you the full story. I love the scent of wine, and after reading up on the art of winemaking, I've grasped some of the key principles.
Okay.
In short, whatever ingredients you use, it's essential to include something sweet.
Yeah.
In an attempt to select the most suitable ingredient, I gathered samples of all the sweet plants and fruits I could find in the Mondstadt area. Then I tried them all in turn and took detailed notes. I also
Okay.
factored in the differences between the same ingredient grown in different locations. For instance, sweet flowers from Springvale are a little sweeter than those at Cape Oath.
Okay, so you're finding
like a lot
the
of work.
granular differences, I
It
say.
was no problem at all. Just my duty as a maid of Favonius.
Yeah, I would say
The
just a
chance to
tiny
source
bit
Defender's
above
will
your
on
duty.
behalf of the Knights of Favonius is a huge honor for me.
Noelle, your eyes are sparkling. But
I'm not
Paimon
exactly
thinks it could be because of
surprised.
Lisa's brainwashing.
Paimon, shush.
Anyway, I was worried that my evaluation would be too subjective if only I were involved. Thankfully, I ran into Sucrose the other day on her way out of the lab.
Okay.
Oh no,
What is it, Sucrose?
I just remembered why I left the lab that day. I was supposed to go and fetch some lab equipment we imported recently.
Oh.
Uh-oh. That look on your face seems to say you forgot all about it and have been in the lab this whole time.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Don't worry about it. It's my fault, really. I'll go and see Marjorie about the equipment shortly.
Marjorie,
Carry on,
that's her
Noelle.
name.
Okay.
I forgot about her
Anyway,
name.
Sucrose is a true professional when it comes to this kind of research. I showed her my list, and she made some extremely valuable suggestions.
Okay,
Please.
okay.
You don't need to go out of your way to compliment me. Noelle filled me in on the background of the whole situation. I was moved to see how seriously she took this task, even though she'd never even met Razor before. However, none of the potential ingredients she had identified were perfect candidates, in my opinion.
In your
What we
opinion.
needed was a fruit high in sugar and easily fermentable. After a final look at Noelle's list,
Sadia's
I
is
picked the
pretty
Sensatia
simple
sample from
and
your
pretty
Cyberlight
good.
as a
In my
basis.
opinion, that's
With a
like
view to
using a
improving it.
fruit or an apple.
Using bioalchemical techniques,
And you can make
we were
some
able
good
to amplify
wines
the
out of those
sweetness,
types of
then
fruits,
conduct a
but
few tests to compare the results against
I guess-
benchmarks.
is the
Watching
Sensatia
Sucrose
like
work on an
similar to
experiment
anything
when she's in the
else?
zone blew me away. Such focus and determination.
I already said don't compliment me. Anyway, the result of our research is the Epsilon Series Tetrasweet Sensatia, Variation 63. And it's finally ready. The sweetness has been verified through rigorous testing. And the size and color are both optimal too.
Couldn't you just
Noelle
hand it to
shortened
me
the
and
name
I
to
could
Quadruple
go
Sweetness Sensatia.
give it to Razor? And by give it to Razor, I
it can't
mean
be produced
totally
on a very large
definitely
scale
don't
under the
do
current
something
conditions.
else because I
as
wandered
long as
into
we have
this
enough
quest
Razor.
while trying to do something, believe it or not. More than sufficient.
Traveler, there's something else I'd like to share with you.
Oh.
I was lucky. I was never the best at dealing with other people, but my parents never placed any expectations on me. They
Yeah.
never said to me, you need to be more sociable, or anything like that. They just said I should do what I enjoy. So,
Yeah.
I'm well aware
Both
that
the good thing
I'm
and a
one
bad
of the lucky
thing.
ones. I haven't lived Razor's life, and I can't pretend to imagine what it must have been like. So, I don't know how much it will mean coming from me, but I truly hope he can find happiness and spend his life doing what he loves.
Yeah, I hope so
Oh,
too, but
so
that's like,
close.
that's a pretty generalized compliment. Yeah, I hope you enjoy the
Sorry,
rest of your
I
life.
am late again.
Oh.
Teacher forgot about the time.
Hi,
Kept
Razor.
talking and talking.
That's alright, we were just chatting. Whoa, deja vu. Paimon said the exact same thing 2 days ago.
Yeah. I don't remember that at all.
Where did Sucrose go?
She ran away to go get
She
the...
disappeared the moment he opened the door.
Yep.
Hello, I'm
She went to
Noelle,
go get
Maid
the
of the Knights of
supplies,
Favonius.
I think.
Hi.
Maybe she just used
Here's
that
our
as an
ingredient for
excuse.
you.
Who knows?
Oh, but I can't take full credit for it. I had help from an alchemist, but right now, she,
She's busy with work.
Right, yes. It's a shame she couldn't be here to present it to you in person.
Smells like
It's pretty accurate.
potion, nectar, and animal crystal fly, right?
Wow, nothing gets past your nose, does
Yeah,
it?
no.
This Sensatia is sweeter than ones I have smelled before, Klee said alchemy is amazing. It can make things better.
That's right.
I
hope
don't
that
know
this
if I
sweet
would
fruit will help you brew the
necessarily
sweetest wine.
trust Klee's rendition of alchemy. In my own personal opinion, I don't think Klee alchemy counts in that remark, unless you count making bombs, in which go ahead then, you know.
Thank you all. When she has time, I want to thank her also.
Leave that to me. I'll figure out a way to persuade her to not work so hard all the time so that I can introduce you to each other.
Yeah.
Okay, I will wait.
Alright, now that we have all the ingredients, we can finally start making the wine. For that, we'll need a barrel, which, if Paimon remembers correctly, is waiting for us at the Angel Share stand.
I
We're gonna head
hope
off
I
now.
don't ever walk
Good luck
into
with
that one
everything. See you next
accidentally.
time.
But yeah, now that we've transitioned into that, I did not actually manage to walk into the second segment after this, believe it or not. I almost did. I'm sure I almost did many times before, but this time I did not, so you can be proud of me. But actually, let's continue on with the quest now. Hopefully this minor change that I've made with the, being above the text now will make the text a little bit more readable. I might end up covering a tiny bit of the left side of the screen. Hopefully it's not too bad. If it ends up being too bad, I'm sure I'll move myself. But yeah, no, let's get into it. All right, going to the stand in the Vinewaza Fest. Vinewaza Fest? I'm not good with German, I'll be honest. Oh, it's Diona and Klee.
Very nice, Razor, over here. Look who it is.
It's Diona.
It's Diona.
It's
Paimon will
rare to
surely
see
run into
her.
you at the Cat's Tail stand sometime, but so far we haven't seen you all festival.
Maybe she's been spending time with her dad.
Traitors. What?
We don't drink alcohol.
I'm
Oh.
so mad.
Oh, is it the fact that we're brewing alcohol?
Klee told me the whole story. So, this bright idea was a brainchild of you two? How could you? Razor is Daddy's friend. And he was a good influence. Right up until you got him interested in wine.
I mean, it has something to do with his parents. Can you really fault us that
Razor,
bad?
you better promise me that you won't turn into one of those old booze hounds that drinks themselves silly, slumps over the bar, and bursts into tears.
Yeah, I hope
I,
not.
I don't understand.
Sounds like there's been some crossed wires here.
I mean, not exactly. We are just
Hey,
making
what
wine.
exactly
Can you
did
really
you say
fault
to
us that
Diona?
much?
I told her that Razor's looking for his mommy with the honorary knight's help, and you both seemed really sad and said you needed some wine, so maybe Diona could help.
That is a bit,
But before I
a bit
finished,
misconstrued.
Diona said, "Klee, say no more. I'm getting involved in this if it's the last thing I do."
Yeah, no, it's a
And
bit misconstrued. We're actually brewing wine. I don't know. We could make it non-alcoholic. I'm pretty sure you can, like, change the way that the grapes and fruit are fermented to make it non-alcoholic and just make it like a juice wine, but I don't know. Maybe Razor wants authentic wine.
Okay.
It's
Paimon
hard to
doesn't
get
even know where to
started.
start. Diona, it sounds like Klee left out a few important details in the story.
Just a
I'll
few.
set the record straight.
Just a tiny bit. We're actually brewing wine.
So you're saying Razor wants to make the same wine that his mother and father once made? So he can learn more about them? You better not be making this up to try to pull the wool
Nope.
over my eyes.
No, I mean, we could just be drinking wine on the side, but no way.
Sorry, Diona.
Not at
It was
all.
all Klee's fault for
No,
not
Klee,
explaining
you
it
don't-
properly.
You don't deserve to
So,
admonish yourself.
Are
You're
you still
fine.
mad? Or can you help Razor make the wine? I caught a bunch of fish for us to eat. And you can pack Dodoko too if you
Can I
want.
pack Dodoko?
I wasn't that angry.
That angry.
just
You
trying
were
to help.
you
I
were
understand.
furious. You burned with the angers of
I just don't
seven
want Razor being led
hells.
astray, that's all. That's why I may have raised my voice a little bit just now.
Just a tiny bit.
Well, since none of you plan on drinking it, then I suppose I can help you just
mean,
this
I
once
could.
despite my reservations.
No, nothing can stop me. You can't stop me. I could drink
But
it.
I need you to know that I'm a mixer, not a brewer. So I'm used to working with the finished product. If you really want me to start with a bunch of raw ingredients, that's fine. But I can't make any promises about how it'll turn out.
I'm cool with that. Maybe that's actually a lot of your problem. Is that you're just a brilliant mixer. Don't worry, Diana, you got this.
Bunch of flatterers. Now watch this.
Okay. Diana puts her
Done.
mixture.
That was quick.
Wow.
Now
Actually,
we just
yeah.
need to find a place to store it. We wait for a windier day. Does that mean we need to put it somewhere exposed to the wind?
Maybe.
Maybe?
Windrise? Very windy.
I mean, it's got wind
If you
in the
say
name.
word windy, that's the first place on every monster's mind.
Cool. I want to come too.
I mean,
I'll have to keep an eye on my foolish father, so
how long?
I won't be joining you.
How long will we be storing it?
Come and play again some other
A
time.
windier day.
I will. I promise.
Are Clee and Diona like friends? That's cute. I also don't exactly know how long the third act is. It might be really short, actually. Hi, Venti.
What a curious coincidence meeting you here.
Yeah, a
Don't
coincidence.
get bored. What are you doing here?
Well,
I mean, it is
I
his
awoke to the
tree.
most magnificent aroma in the air. After following the sweet scent of fresh fruit to its source, this is where I ended up.
I don't see any fruit,
Are
but
super fresh
maybe
and
that's
super
me.
duper sweet. I can smell it as well.
Oh, you're actually just looking for fruit. There's another reason, isn't there?
Yes. Oh, I remembered something important. Something that you have to do before sealing the barrel and burying it in the ground.
What? We missed something?
Razor, do you still remember the scent of that half bottle of Thousand Wind wine? I believe there was a hint of bitterness in there.
Yes, there was.
And with very good reason, too. The source? This.
What is
Dandelion
this?
seeds.
Dandelion.
You're
Of course,
familiar
it's
with dandelion
Mondstadt.
wine, right? Well, the people of Mondstadt
Oh,
believe
hi,
that the wind
Animo
can bring back the
Cristobal.
soul and
Why?
also preserve memories.
I wonder if that's
Dandelion
intended.
seeds are like living gemstones, formed from the first wisps of wind in the year. People add them to the mix at the last second.
Do
as a
people
way of
actually do
capturing the
that
wind
in
the
real life?
very
I don't
moment that the
actually
barrel is
know.
sealed.
I mean,
The
it'd be cool
memory
if
of
they
that
did.
moment is then stored in the wine for all time.
At least in my
So,
opinion, it's pretty
Thousand
cool.
Wind wine is the original dandelion wine.
Oh,
Whoa.
that's neat.
That's so cool.
I
So
agree
now
with Clee.
our story will
That
be
is
made into
cool.
wine too.
As for why it always has a different scent, well, that's because people have the freedom to include whatever ingredients they want.
I mean, technically, they could also not include the whole,
What is it,
dandelion
Razor?
seeds.
What you thinking about?
In Mother and Father's wine, I can smell dandelion seeds, but I don't know what else. In my wine, there is a lot of friendship. I still don't understand my mother and father, but I still have you and everyone else.
So it is
Everyone has
leaning
done so
more
much
towards
for
the
me.
found family thing. I guess.
Varka, Teacher, Clee, Bennett, Uncle Brown Cat, Cold Lady, Grown Up
Cold
with fake
Lady?
smile,
Where's Arya?
Gray Tough Girl, Person that smells like Animo Crystal Fly, Uncle Brown Cat's daughter, Green
Uncle
Bard,
Brown
Paimon, and
Cat's
Traveler.
daughter.
I remember everyone. Making wine is hard work. Making this wine needed everyone working together. Hard work with friends? Not so hard after all.
Agreed.
I'm so happy.
I'm glad you're happy.
Thank you. Friends are also Lupical.
Yes.
Whether I'm human or
Friends are
I'm
like
wolf,
family.
it doesn't
You could say it's
matter.
like a found
From
family.
now on, all of
Sorry.
us are together. When I grow up, we will come back here, and we will open this wine together.
Okay.
What a magnificent monologue. Even as a bard, I don't feel like there's anything else to add.
Okay,
All that
okay.
remains now is to bury the barrel and wait for the fruit to ferment.
That will typically take 1 to 3 years, if I'm not mistaken, if you want a early harvest. And if you want a late one,
Celebration is in order.
10 years.
If Paimon remembers correctly, tomorrow should be Wind Coming Day, right?
Wow! The animal god is coming home!
That reminds me. I haven't memorized the song for the toasting ceremony yet. I'd better get back.
Oh,
Friends,
okay.
I shall see you all tomorrow. Get a
I
good
shall
night's
see you
sleep tonight.
tomorrow.
Wait for the whisper of the gentle
Tomorrow.
breeze to rouse you tomorrow morning. Then come and enjoy a performance by the greatest bard to ever grace the streets of Mondstadt.
The greatest bard. Sure. Observe. Cool. So we now technically know that there's wine buried there. Do you think after a couple of years they're gonna actually have
Take it
us
easy.
come back and unbury it? And I guess we could drink some wine with
Take it
Razor. That would be cool. I mean, that would canonically mean we age, but I don't think it's been that
Razor.
long.
Cool.
No, not like that. When you think something's awesome, you can say it's cool or sweet.
Sweet.
Oh. But I think Clea is sweet.
Okay, just don't eat Clee. It's okay.
Different identities to choose from.
Wind Coming Day is finally here! Let's get a move on or we'll miss the toasting ceremony!
Okay, Paimon. I'll get a move on. I like the idea of if you're passing time, you're just sleeping there. You just have like a camp setup that you set up and you just sleep there.
Wow, so many people have shown up to welcome the Animal Archon! Huh? Why is everyone crowded around the Angel Share stand?
What's the best
Tradition
way to
holds that the
welcome the
finest
Animal
wine of the
Archon
Wine
than
Lisa
to
Fest
drink?
only goes on sale after the Animo Archon has tasted it at the toasting ceremony. Everyone's waiting in line for the big moment.
Okay.
So welcoming the Animal Archon back is just a means to an end for them, huh?
Cheap
What
booze.
about you, Lisa? Are you here for Razor?
Yes, I was feeling a little concerned about him, but I just spoke with him, and he tells me that the winemaking went very smoothly. Such a relief. A glass of the festival's finest will go down smoothly now, too.
Okay,
Wow,
okay.
You too, huh?
Razor and the others are over there. You should go say hi.
Downa gonna, want to raise hell.
Hey, there you are.
Hello.
Whoa! What's with all these bottles? Selling your own homebrew now?
Good question. What are they?
These are for Razor, from us.
Mommy said that everyone's welcoming the animal god today, and we need to give him some wine. If the animal god likes the wine, he'll turn into the wind and bless everyone. We want the animal god to be happy, so he helps Razor. Oh, honorary knight!
Oh, so these are just like
Alfredo let me borrow.
This bottle is from my dad. Luckily, I
proposals.
managed
They're like
not to break it on the
sacrificial,
way
like
here.
offerings for the
it's just for show,
gods.
though. I have to give it back to them afterwards.
That's
Mommy said that
better
the
way for
animal
me to
god can
understand.
drink a lot of wine. She said if he wanted to, he could drink the whole of Cider Lake in
Yeah,
one big
probably.
gulp.
Maybe not
So-
one big gulp.
Do you think we'd have enough between these and the wine raiser's parents left behind?
Probably.
Ah, Green Bard.
Everyone, I am greatly honored to be able to be here today. I have been invited by Acting Grand Master Jean of the Knights of Favonius to perform a piece for everyone.
Okay.
Thousand Wind Wine. It is some of the finest verse I know. I dedicate it to the wind and to everyone here with us today.
Cool, cool.
Fill up the barrels and store them away, then wait.
Gonna ask
Wait
if it was
for
gonna be
a
a
windier day.
cutscene.
Wax the bottles, seal them tight for the south wind that soothes, for the north wind that bites. How does this fine wine taste to the tongue as Mondstadt to the ear like a sweet dream of freedom? And what are the fruits that went into the brew? An explorer's courage, a love tender and true. A defender's will, strong as yesteryear, joining the thousand winds in a song of good cheer, turning sour into sweet, bitter notes fade away as we wait for a windier day. Pray tell, what treasure does this barrel hold? 'Tis wheat's greatest triumph, the true liquid gold. As it flows from the keg, what sound drifts by? Wind chimes in the boundless immemorial sky. We raise up our glasses and voices in song as we wait for the wind to sing along. Where do we turn once the thousand winds take flight? To the tales of the lyre, to the sweet dream of tonight.
Dear friends, let us now open the wines.
To the Animal Archon!
Huh.
To the Animal Archon.
First, Venti's actually got a pretty good singing voice. I normally bash Venti, but their voice actor's really good and very talented. So I just wanted to say, damn, I really like that. For a poem, it was really good and sung like a pretty good bard. I could tell that they might have been a tad bit nervous, but you know, nerves are always hard to shake when doing something that public. But honestly, just amazing job. Just good job. But yeah, no, to the Animal Archon. There's no wind.
There's no wind.
Don't feel sad, Clee.
But why didn't he come? If the animal god didn't come home, is it because he doesn't like the wine we brought for him?
No, I don't think so.
Of course not. You know, Clee, the wind isn't the only form that the Animal Archon can turn into. He can turn into anything. So today, he must have come back looking like something else.
Huh? Really? Maybe he turned into a Jumpy Dumpty.
That would be kind of cool, though.
Sure, Jumpy Dumpty it is. Hope you're listening, Animal Archon.
Racer, did the Animal Archon bring you a blessing?
Yes.
Maybe. The blessing of friendship.
I talked a lot with you all, and I learned a lot. Now, I am not afraid. I think that is a blessing.
Yeah.
Don't forget to
Talking and
save me a
spending
glass of your
time with
wine once
people
it's finished
is a
for
blessing.
mention.
It's a moment that you don't really pay attention to.
Yes, we share together, and we remember together.
Yay! But now I'm getting thirsty.
We've all done a lot of talking.
Maybe I
Let's
could
go
get like
something
some
to drink,
juice.
shall we?
I heard that the Angels Share is selling a new drink called Fruits of the Festival. Everyone's saying it's delicious.
I want some!
Okay, everyone, let's go.
I'm assuming that's like, oh.
Clee, listen.
The wind! The animal god is coming! Right!
Take this, crush it, and place it on the fracture. Listen, Missy. Promise me you'll live on. This is where you must stay. You are our only hope. Forgive me, Kaya.
Good, very good. That's my boy. I will always be proud of you.
After all the time we spent on it, the wine still isn't ready. May as well leave it for our son.
Razor. What do you think of that name?
Oh, an adventurer's name. Yes, I like it.
Razor? Razor! Come on!
Honestly, it was a great time. I honestly thought everything turned out very well. In the end, my guess of whether or not it would be 1 or 2, it ended up being both. I guess things aren't binary after all. I mean, it makes sense. Of course, it had a sweet ending, a bittersweet one. We learned something about his parent, being adventurers and all that. But we also learned some things that he has some good friends. Overall, I had a great time. I thought that this entire quest and this entire event honestly deserved a little bit more praise. Everything turned out so well and I really liked it in the end. Overall, I thought it was a fun time. I hope you guys agree. Soon, Nilu's coming out. Only a couple days away by now. 2 days left on his banner. And as you guys can see, the big 150 wishes that I've been preparing for her. I can't wait to make a big wish video for her when she comes out. But honestly, I honestly just can't wait to play more of this game. Hopefully you guys agree to watch in the future, but I think I have to call it here for today. I know it's not a particularly long video. It was never going to be particularly long. I'm just covering a small act in a, event. Nothing special, but it's still super sweet. If you guys enjoyed yourselves, you know what to do. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. I don't like saying all that, but I do it anyway. I know that it's the only way to grow on this platform, but I hope you guys had a great time. If you did, see you later. Love you guys. Hope you have a great day. And goodbye.